most things are normal, at least from what we've seen today.
Well, no surprises just yet. Even going to Apocalypse, the map we just saw at the end of that last set. But here we go. Into game number 1, Luna and Pugsy. Luna yet to pick up a weapon, does get the gauntlets.
Now we are on Apocalypse. This seems like the choice for these two teams, as we saw the last game sort of go into this territory as well. We'll see how this Lance is doing. Luna is piecing up Stingray here with the gauntlets in hand, not worried about the range deficit that he's at whatsoever. Once he gets on top of Stingray, those defensive options not as strong, but Luna, after that, is going to be the first one to fall.
Yep, Luna in a little bit of trouble as he fell pretty early there. Both of the red team members not even quite in that KO percentage. You can see the breakup come out as Stingray does the target swap into the down sig onto Pugsy, and Luna's in trouble, getting a little bit clapped up by the spear from Stingray.
That Sarah's going to send Luna over to the right side. Nice little late delayed follow-up from Pugsy, but still found the hit. That sider is actually going to take out Luna. Yo! Some team damage and then some worse team damage. Did touch the wall, going to get back, but Luna continuing that pressure. The attempt was made for the GC in sig for the second time to try and make contact with the wall, reset jumps. It did not.
Going for the offstage, but the side air from Hardy gets him back up safely. All right, Luna going in for the gauntlet play onto Stingray, getting some great damage built up, but again, Luna losing that first stock so early means he's taking a lot of damage quickly as Pugsy gets launched by the side sig from Stingray.
Oh, the neutral signature. Luna gets through it and has time to punish with a gauntlet neutral light. Luna is extremely damaged in this game, does have to be very careful. With the way Stingray has found some signatures so far, and especially those side airs close to the edge, those will certainly spell disaster for Luna's second stock. Even that, with the bounce, almost took out. There's the D-Sig, takes off the top, trading 1 for 1.
Keeping this one close. Ooh, Luna was going in for the punish, but the down air from Pugsy actually broke it up. The recovery, still not enough. Stingray's survivability has been insane.
That's been sort of a Stingray classic over the years. It doesn't always happen. Isn't always the most consistent player out there, but the potential for that is certainly there, and there is a history of that if you look back in the textbooks of Brawlhalla time.
Ooh, avoids the side sig from Hardy. Split between the two teams right now. Hardy gets the 2-piece, but a great dodge from Pugsy. Right side, Stingray knocks Luna away, immediate rotate over.
Ooh, Hardy was looking like he was in the, I guess, unpowerful position as Pugsy was the one in the power position, but a weapon toss came out, well placed from Hardy, ended up turning that one around and actually getting the stock off of Pugsy as well, but he's later taken out of the game, now putting Stingray into the 1v2 situation, extremely damaged. That's an interrupt of the recovery, take off the top by Luna, and game 1 is going to Luna and Pugsy.
Pugsy being able to survive a surprising amount of time. There were a lot of moments there where I was getting a little bit nervous, but Pugsy definitely falling the slowest as he had the most health at the end of that one.
So now we're at the part in the broadcast where we gave you the chance to find the answer for yourself, and now we're actually going to tell it to you.
Okay.
It's where, like, Dora says, like, oh, where is the library? Where? It's behind the tree. What tournament was it? What? It's Moose Wars, the Siege of Giga War number 5, back all the way 6/12/2021. That was an 0-3. The 3, of course, coming from Stingray and hardymj.
They're looking to try to increase that count, this time with an official W, but for now, it's relatively even to start this one off. Everybody with a weapon in hand.
Again, we're sticking with Apocalypse. The character choices, the legend choices are the same. Of course, we always have these legends from these players. There's some of the few players out there that are really this loyal to their characters, especially if we're looking at some of the previous sets that were like Boomy and Snowy. There is some character loyalty there, but I mean, even this combo that we saw today, they are not quite loyalists like all 4 players in this game.
Yeah, I mean, between the 4 of them, might see a swap from Luna, as we've seen some other Axe characters come out from Luna. On the other side, might see Stingray swap. We saw him go over to the Olgrim earlier today, but even so, I think they're sticking with these characters.
Big side air from Pugsy, hit that one falling, landing on the stage. Big recovery from Stingray all the way down on the right side, still got the KO. Stingray, the only one on first stock.
Side sig will get Stingray back to that wall. recovery, gets him up safely, but Luna, immediate ground pound on top of him, trying to get that team combo, but they started so high in the air, couldn't quite get that footing that you want for those team combos.
Once Hardy ended up getting back on the stage, however, there was a nice little follow-up from the blue team, a little two-piece just to add a little bit of damage while Stingray was coming back into this one. We still have an even game. Top right of the screen was a checkerboard pattern until Hardy was taken off the top. Going to be coming back into this one. Going to interrupt that neutral light that Luna had onto Stingray.
This is a nice little lead built up for the blue team as Hardy in that final stock here. The side air from the teammate, though. Luna's in trouble, and Hardy's going to try to finish the stock off the recovery. Not quite enough.
Nice follow-up. Now, if Luna would have had the axe, that could have been a KO option there. Going to trade 1-for-1 as Stingray falls, Luna falls, but the trade is actually
Pugsy.
ultimately, well, it was almost ultimately okay. It is, as Pugsy gets back in the favor of the blue team because Pugsy is still alive on this second stock. It is 3 stocks to 2. Hardy's taking a lot of damage, so is Pugsy, but Pugsy, you see, positioning as best as he can on the stage. Hardy going deep with that one, going to have to go under the stage, burn a lot of options. It seemed like Hardy was like stuttering there, kind of waiting there to see what Stingray was doing so that Hardy could maybe secure the KO onto Luna.
I mean, it was definitely an awkward spot, right? Because they were battling it out on the left side as Luna gets that down-like ground pound. So Hardy was trying to make sure didn't accidentally gravity cancel into the fight and get himself KO'd as well. 1v2, and it's going to go the way of Pugsy and Luna, up 2-0.
Now we're going to be looking at the stats here for that last game. Some solid damage numbers coming out from Stingray and Hardy, but the greater damage numbers are coming out from Luna and Pugsy. 565 from Pugsy and 505 from Luna compared to the Stingray 420 and hardymj 486. If we're looking at the graphs, they're going to be on your screen in just a few moments. We're really seeing like Pugsy's second stock extended a pretty good amount, like maybe as much as 40%, maybe almost 50% of the game spent on that second stock, and that was after a really long first stock as well.
Yeah, we talk about the survivability of Stingray, but you got to give a lot of credit to the survivability of Pugsy, which is arguably harder with that base low defense legend, and we're seeing the palette cleanser. Stingray back to the Ulgrim. It worked out well in the match against Boomy and Snowy, where they ended up winning it out 3-2. We'll see if it happens again here.
Now we're seeing the Stingray swap over to the Ulgrim. We did see this once previously. It didn't really stick, though. Stingray ended up ultimately going back to the Orion, and that is how the red team ended up securing that game against Boomy and Snowy. Stingray going to be the first one to follow, but Hardy is extremely healthy.
Yeah, that handoff into the side air really took out Stingray early. Like you said, though, Hardy, the healthiest person on the screen, gets the dare nair, still living. Pugsy coming down as Luna gets taken out. GC sidelight just to get away from the fight there.
Pugsy a lot of damage on this stock, still wanting to put pressure over onto Hardy on the edge. Hardy landing back on the platform, sights set on Luna. It doesn't seem like there's necessarily too much of a focus on taking away this first stock from Pugsy. It seems like they're independently going to try and secure this stock from Pugsy.
Ooh. But Pugsy going to secure some stocks of his own as he hits the down signature to finish off Hardy's first stock. Blue team trying to just maintain this slight lead. Stingray finally takes out Pugsy.
Hardy yet again going under the stage, has plenty of time, plenty of movement economy to get there safely, as well as Stingray sent to the left side. Stingray's gonna have to be careful. A little bit of team damage comes out, not the worst, didn't put Stingray in a terrible spot. Good damage coming out from Stingray, though, in the process. Hit that wonderful D-Light onto Luna, and then followed up with the recovery and the neutral signature, almost taking Luna off the top. The immediate rotation from Pugsy.
Man, Luna's in a little bit of trouble despite the fact that Stingray was in the red first. Side sig to get back onto the stage. Hits a lot of people, but not the one that he wants, and Stingray's still outliving Luna.
Pugsy was disarmed for just a moment, was able to grab the weapon spawn as it came back in. There is a weapon spawn on the field for Luna, unable to get it just yet. Gonna trade 1-for-1, but because Hardy is still on second stock, that means the lead favors the red team.
And now the blue team has to make the decision. I was going to say maybe they try to take out Stingray and go for the 1v2, but Hardy almost falls there. Yep, the side air Blue team trying to capitalize here. Luna going for the offstage, hits the
Oh!
nair, hits the Sair.
Oh!
Stingray is done. No, the save from Hardy.
Luna just attempted the 1v1. Pugsy wanted to just let it happen, trusting his teammate, one of the best 1v1ers in the entire game right now. Unfortunately, there wasn't quite enough damage on Stingray, and Hardy was there to get the save.
Yeah, that recovery, keeping Stingray alive. Red team knows if they fall here, if Stingray falls, it's going to be over for them. Oh, he's so low he can't touch. It's all left to Hardy in the 1v2.
Now, Hardy does have the greatsword,
Combo.
and he's going to get taken out of that game. That is a Luna and Pugsy 3-0 against Hardy, MJ, and Stingray.
They're going to be going home with that bronze medal, but you know what? They at least got that upset in the earlier match, so they got into the podium getting that bronze medal. And, I mean, you've been talking about it a little bit, right? The history wasn't there, but now it's being made, and it, unfortunately, goes in favor of Pugsy and Luna. Unfortunate for Hardy and Stingray.
It all depends on which POV you're looking at it from. If you're a Hardy MJ and I just forgot the team name,
Stingray,
Stingray, which is crazy.